Alright, hey, what's up everybody? It's Felix here with HeyDon'tShoot.com and FelixGPhoto.com, and I'm in South Korea at this suspension bridge called Gamaksan Suspension Bridge. It's totally awesome. What's not so awesome, it is the dead of summer and it is humid. Oh my god, South Korea gets humid in the summertime. But anyways, I'm trying out a couple of new cameras. The one I'm vlogging with is the Sony RX0 Mark II. I bought it like 6 months ago and I've got no more excuses to not start using it. I got to start doing some vlogging and start doing some new reviews and some new gear reviews and whatnot. And let's talk about my other new lens. Now this is the Sony G Master 24-70. It is my very first G Master lens. I spent more money than I wanted to spend, but I got it used. The price has come down recently ever since the introduction of version 2. Which is still kind of out of my price range. And if you follow this channel and you know me, you know I like to buy secondhand. I like to save money where I can, but I still spent about $1,300 on this lens. So we're here at Gamaksan Bridge. We're going to try to set up for a sunset shot on the other side of the bridge, and let's see how this lens does with landscape photography and maybe a long exposure. Thanks for watching.
Here we get a good look at the distinct difference in size between these two lenses. I know you're going to hear it over and over again in this video about the size and weight difference, but at least for my typical photography genres, which are street and landscape, the maximum aperture of f4 on the Zeiss versus f2.8 on the Sony G Master is not really the deciding factor as to which I will put in my bag on any given day. That being said, naturally for portraits, weddings, most low light, or anything else that I want a bit more creamy bokeh, you can't beat the G Master for a zoom lens, that is, in a standard focal range of 24-70.
Alright, so we're trying to wait for the bridge to clear off with people. From this side of the bridge, we're trying to get a photo with no people on the bridge. We may or may not, because it's kind of a popular destination. But while we're doing that, let's talk about this video and what we're going to do in this video. So I've got two 24-70 lenses. I've got the fantastic Zeiss 24-70 f4 lens, which is one of the first lenses I bought for my original A7 series cameras. I started with the A7R. I've had it for a while. It's a great versatile lens. But we're stepping up, aren't we, to the G Master 24-70, but the f2.8. But I got to tell you, there's pros and cons with both of these lenses. The pros of the Zeiss is, of course, the size and the weight. It is a nice, small, compact, lightweight lens. It's got a versatile zoom range. Any 24-70 is good for general photography. And the aperture stops down to f4, which is great for everything except what? Low light photography. There's also, this lens got a bad reputation, a little bit of a bad reputation with people online saying it wasn't, the image quality wasn't super sharp. But I disagree. I really like the image quality. So small, lightweight, compact, only goes down to f4. And then you got the beast here. This is a very heavy lens. It's quite large. And you know, I debated getting this for a long time because one of the reasons I switched to Sony mirrorless originally was I wanted to go smaller and lighter. I wanted, you know, a nice, small, lightweight, camera body mirrorless and smaller, lightweight lenses. And I resisted getting the G Master f2.8 for the longest time. But I got it at a good price, and do I regret it? No. I mean, the image quality is absolutely amazing. The image quality is better than the Zeiss 24-70 f4. But you're paying for it in weight, right? My bag, carrying my bag today, 2 lenses and 1 camera body, quite heavy. I mean, it is noticeable. And on a hot, humid day like today, I'm paying the price for sure. We are paying the price. So that's kind of where we're starting out with this. The size difference, the weight difference is going to be the main thing you notice. But the image quality, right? The G Master, you can't beat it. So let's set up and try to get some shots here, and then we'll show you the results.
With the in-body stabilization of the Sony a7 III, handheld shots at 1/60th are no problem. You can see a nice result here. We set up for our sunset shot on the opposite side of the bridge. I used my KF Concept ND8 and Gradient filter set. Both of these images are completely unedited straight out of the camera JPEGs. The first shot here with the Sony G Master, and then about a minute later with the Zeiss. Both with identical settings, although the lighting conditions were ever so slightly different. Still a good comparison. Both lenses shoot nicely at f22 for landscapes. And here are my 2 favorite images from that location. These are edited with Topaz Labs Adjust photo editing software. Both images taken with the Sony G Master.
got ready in like 2 minutes. I was in bed when you were like, I'm ready.
You've been up for the past hour and a half.
I've been up, but I've been in bed. I've got to make a
filming the entire journey.
No, I've got to make a video. Finish making a video about this very expensive lens that I bought. But I started making a video about it, and then I went and shot a bunch of pictures with it, and I deleted the card on accident. So now I got to take more pictures with it. Alright, so we are here, myself and my friend Kyle are here in Chinatown, and it is raining, so I was optimistic. I didn't think it was going to rain, so I didn't bring my umbrella. Kyle's the smart one. He brought his umbrella. It's raining, but I bought this $4 plastic rain, what do you call it? Rain jacket, raincoat thing. But this camera, the Sony RX0 Mark II, is waterproof, so I can shoot with it. But I've been shooting with the two lenses, and yeah, you'll see the sample photos.
Good product placement.
I just wanted to use my waterproof camera in the rain. That's what I really wanted to do.
Here we get a look at some images taken with both lenses for comparison, and other than a bit of softness in the corners at f4, the Zeiss holds its own against the G Master. You can't go wrong with either of these lenses. It really just comes down to what you want to carry in your bag and how much you want to stop down to f2.8. Before we look at a few more images from the Sony G Master, I just want to show you one particular image I shot with the Zeiss. Look at the beautiful green colors of these wild plants. It really caught my eye. This was taken in very low light. As you can see, even at ISO 8000 on the Sony a7 III, the image looks great. And now here are a few more photos from the Sony G Master.
So let me go ahead and close out this video about the Sony G Master 24-70 version 1, right? This f2.8 awesome lens, and comparing it with the Zeiss 24-70 f4. So I mean, the obvious difference is, I mentioned it plenty of times, the size and the weight. So that's the first thing you're going to have to consider. Are the advantages, and there are a lot of advantages of the G Master over the Zeiss f4. Are the advantages worth carrying around that extra weight and size, right? I think I took a photo of the G Master on my a7 III in one of my bags. I have like this small shoulder bag, and it fits while mounted on the a7 III, but it's a really tight fit. It's a big lens. I mean, even when you got the lens hood on it and you extend the zoom, it's big. It's about the same size as the 24-70 f4 without the lens hood on it, right? Weight wise, it's about the same as well. So I'm not a fan of the size and weight, but I'm also not going to go out and get the version 2, which is a little smaller and lighter. It's just a ton of money. But I do like quite a few things about it. I love having the autofocus manual focus button on it. The version 1 does not have the aperture ring, so that's something to consider. And then I absolutely adore the size and weight
of the 24-70 f4. And I don't know why, you know, this is one of the first lenses that came out for the Sony A7 series full frame, and it has a lot of bad reviews on the internet. I mean, right, people say it's not that great a lens, but I actually disagree. I think it's a great lens, and you know, I have full confidence in the little blue logo, Zeiss. Anything I've ever purchased that is Zeiss, or ever used or ever tried that Zeiss, is absolutely top notch, and this is no exception. And when you see some of the sample photos side by side, it's tough to tell the difference. And in fact, since I've been testing out the two lenses together, I've found that in some of the apertures like f6.3 to f11 for landscapes, if I'm up at f14 or f16, sometimes some of the pictures I think are a little better, I mean, it's tough to tell the difference. So I'll probably end up keeping both lenses. Originally I was going to sell this one, but you know, oftentimes when I go out and just want to shoot street photography, I'm going to be shooting at f8 in the daytime for street photography. I love shooting an f8. I don't want to carry around the heavy lens, right? I would just want to go lightweight. It's one of the reasons I switched to the E-mount system in the first place, was smaller size and weight. But if I'm going to be shooting street photography, say, you know, at sunset and after dark and that sort of thing, you are going to want the extra, you know, light going in down to f2.8. You'll just have to make the choice for yourself, right? Smaller, lighter, half the price. I've been seeing these in the $500 range to $600 range used, which I think is a great deal for a Zeiss 24-70 full frame E-mount lens. And I've been seeing the price on these come way down. I've been seeing these sell used for about $1,200, $1,250, $1,300. Some people are still trying to get up to $1,700 for them, but the prices come way down. I'm pretty sure I paid like $1,200 in equivalent US dollars, because I bought it in Korea for, I think I paid 1 million, no, how much did I pay? Yeah, 1,600,000 won is what I paid, which is, I think the equivalent's about $1,200. So I still got a good deal. I'm happy with it. I do like the lens, but street photography, unless I'm going out, you know, when the sun's going down or early in the morning, I'm probably going to still carry my lightweight Zeiss f4 lens. Hey, which one do you prefer, right? 24-70, big, heavy, f2.8, lightweight, Zeiss 24-70 f4. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hey, thanks for watching. This is Felix for HeyDon'tShoot.com and FelixGPhoto.com, and we'll see you next time.